ships, planes, trucks and trains. Every year they are used to take more than 20 million consignments of radioactive material to destinations all over the world. Places where it is urgently needed. For generating power, for diagnostic and therapeutic uses in medicine, in industry, research, manufacturing, agriculture, minerals exploration and in and around our homes. Radioactive material makes our lives easier, better, safer and healthier. The movement of radioactive material has an excellent safety record. That's because of the care taken by those sending the packages, the carriers delivering them, the package recipients, and the stringent regulation provided both at the global level by the International Atomic Energy Agency and nationally by member states. This is one of a series of short videos produced by the IAEA about the essential aspects of the safe transport of radioactive material. It's about sea transport, one of the most important ways of moving these goods from place to place.
What's being moved in terms of maritime transport for radioactive material is going to depend on what the country's needs are. Some countries are producers of different types of radioactive material. They need to send this to countries that are a long ways away, and the only way to do that efficiently and effectively is by maritime transport.
So, for example, maritime transport is essential for the nuclear power industry. Today, there are more than 400 nuclear power reactors operating in 31 countries. But uranium mining is viable in only 5. Moreover, specialized facilities have been developed in various locations around the world to provide fuel cycle services. So, fuel cycle materials, ranging from bulk ore to uranium fuel assemblies, have to be moved from place to place. These movements of fuel cycle radioactive material are needed to provide the 11% of the world's electricity that is nuclear generated. This is a continuous, reliable baseload power generated without carbon dioxide emissions that helps keep our lights on and industry working. But of the more than 20 million consignments of radioactive material sent from one location to another around the world each year, only about 5% are nuclear fuel cycle related. Radioactive material for use in medicine, agriculture, research, manufacturing, non-destructive testing and minerals exploration forms the vast majority of consignments. And much of this is moved on inland waterways or by sea. Inside this container is a small industrial radioactive source. The handling of this material through the world's ports is highly organized and tightly regulated.
They are regulated by many different vehicles. The International Maritime Organization, again, one of the modal bodies that adopts IAEA regulations for safe transport. They make sure that these packages are packaged correctly, that they're loaded correctly on ships, that they're inspected when they come into port, and that they're moved on in a safe manner.
Here in the port of Rotterdam at European container terminals, the processing of such shipments begins when the dangerous cargo team receive a radioactive cargo maritime request from a shipper. The consignment will arrive by road for onward transit by sea. The request having been verified, processed and approved, the truck carrying the radioactive material arrives at the terminal entrance. As the regulations require, it carries radioactive material placarding. The driver reports to the front office, meets the hazardous goods team, the paperwork is checked and verified, the consignment checked for radiation in a manner consistent with the port's radiation protection program, and the truck is escorted to the dangerous goods holding area. A team member regularly checks the container during its stay at the holding area. The truck returns when the ship is in port and collects the container. Unlike other cargoes which are stacked and automatically taken to the dockside by robots, the truck itself takes dangerous cargo. The container is lifted up by the crane and swung across to a platform where a team attach the container locking mechanisms, one in each of the 4 corners. The crane then swings the container across to the ship where the spring-loaded mechanisms engage. Safely on board, this consignment of radioactive material could be on its way to almost any port. When the radioactive material reaches its final destination, it'll be used in one of the remarkably various ways in which radioactive material benefits humanity. And with all these industries becoming increasingly global, safe and secure national and international transport of radioactive material by all means of transport is essential to support them. To find out more about the safe transport of radioactive material, visit our website at goto.iaea.org/transport safety. It's also worth looking at the 9 companion films in this series. Together, they're a great introduction to the hows, whys, and wherefores of the transport of these vital goods.